Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're exploring one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in American numismatics, the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from 1965. At first glance, you might think this coin is just a regular quarter. But what makes the 1965 Washington quarter truly extraordinary are the unique features and rare minting errors that have propelled it into the spotlight as a highly valuable collectible. So, sit tight and listen very carefully as we dive deep into what makes this coin a gem among quarters and why collectors are eagerly hunting for it worldwide. The 1965 Washington quarter stands out in history because it marks a major transition period in American coinage. This was the first year the quarter was struck without any silver content, switching instead to a clad composition of copper and nickel. However, despite this change, some coins from this year exhibit fascinating mint errors and variations that make them extraordinarily rare. Collectors know that such transitional coins often hold surprises, and the 1965 quarter is no exception. The blend of historical importance and rarity makes this quarter a star in collections, sought after by experts and enthusiasts alike. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1965 Washington quarter is the existence of specific mint errors that dramatically increase its value. Among these, the infamous double die obverse error stands out. This error causes a doubling effect on the date and lettering on the front of the coin, giving it a unique, almost shadowed appearance. Spotting this error requires a keen eye. Look closely at the year 1965 or the words Liberty and In God We Trust, and you might notice a doubling that seems almost like a tiny echo of the letters. This kind of minting mistake is a collector's dream because it is both visually striking and extremely rare, turning an ordinary quarter into a valuable treasure, in addition to double die errors. Some 1965 Washington quarters exhibit what's known as die cracks, fine lines that appear on the surface of the coin caused by tiny fractures in the minting die. These die cracks, especially when found on prominent areas like the obverse or reverse, can add considerable value to the coin. Another prized feature is the variation in edge thickness and detail, which often occurs in limited mint batches. Such anomalies signal to collectors that the coin is one of a kind, a product of an imperfect minting process that only adds to its charm and worth. Assessing the value of a 1965 Washington quarter involves more than just identifying errors. Condition plays a vital role too. Coins preserved in mint state, with their original luster and sharp details, are incredibly rare due to the high circulation of quarters from this era. A high-grade 1965 quarter with notable errors can command remarkable prices in the marketplace, making it a prized possession. Collectors who manage to acquire such coins often view them as both a tangible piece of history and a smart investment that appreciates over time. The buzz around the 1965 Washington quarter has been growing steadily, fueled by recent auctions where these rare error coins have fetched staggering amounts. Auction houses specializing in numismatics have reported enthusiastic bidding wars for specimens that showcase the double die obverse or other significant mint errors. These high-profile sales highlight the coin's prestige and solidify its reputation as a must-have for serious collectors. The excitement in the community continues to build as more enthusiasts recognize the exceptional rarity and potential profit these coins represent. If you're a collector or even a casual coin enthusiast, take a moment to examine any 1965 Washington quarters you may have. Look carefully for doubled letters, unusual lines, or any inconsistencies in the coin's surface and design. You might just be holding a rare piece that could open doors to the vibrant world of coin collecting. And if you've ever discovered a coin with these fascinating traits or have questions about identifying and valuing your collection, don't hesitate to share your stories or ask in the comments below. Community engagement is a great way to learn, grow, and celebrate our shared passion for coins. Now, here's the exhilarating conclusion that every coin lover dreams of. Some of the rarest and most pristine 1965 Washington quarters exhibiting these notable errors and minting anomalies have been valued at a jaw-dropping $135,000. That's right, $135,000 for a quarter that holds both historical significance and rarity that is simply unmatched. Second rare coin. We're diving into a truly captivating piece of American numismatic history, the United States Washington quarter-dollar coin from 1971. This coin might seem like just another quarter at first glance, but trust me, it holds incredible secrets that make it one of the most sought-after coins among collectors worldwide. If you're passionate about rare coins or just curious about what makes a common quarter suddenly turn into a treasure, listen very carefully and enjoy this deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1971 Washington quarter. The 1971 Washington quarter represents a unique moment in minting history. While many quarters from this era were minted in massive quantities for everyday circulation, a small subset of these coins display extraordinary features and errors that elevate their value far beyond face value. This quarter stands out because of its specific minting anomalies that are incredibly rare and highly coveted. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for these special editions, knowing that finding one is like discovering a hidden gem from the past. One of the key reasons why the 1971 Washington quarter commands so much attention is because of its rare double-die obverse error. This error causes the inscriptions on the front of the coin, especially the year 1971 and the word Liberty, to appear doubled or slightly offset, creating a fascinating shadow effect. Identifying this error requires a sharp eye and good lighting. If you notice the doubling effect around the letters or numbers, congratulations, you might have stumbled upon a coin worth far more than you imagined. This double die error is a hallmark of minting mistakes that collectors actively seek, and its rarity adds a significant premium to the coin's value. Another fascinating feature that makes the 1971 quarter so valuable is the occurrence of die cracks and die breaks. These tiny fissures on the coin's surface are caused by cracks in the minting die, and although they may seem like imperfections, they actually make the coin unique and highly collectible. Some of the most prized 1971 quarters show fine lines running across the obverse or reverse side, telling a story of the minting process itself. These die cracks are not only visually intriguing, but also offer collectors a glimpse into the history and craftsmanship of coin production, making these quarters stand out in any collection. Condition is always a crucial factor when assessing the value of any coin, and the 1971 Washington quarter is no exception. Many of these quarters were heavily circulated, so finding one in pristine or uncirculated condition is incredibly rare. Coins with sharp details, original mint luster, and free from wear are in high demand and fetch significantly higher prices in the market. The scarcity of high-grade 1971 quarters with notable errors means that collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add these beauties to their collections, making them a smart investment and a timeless keepsake. Recent auction sales have truly highlighted the incredible demand and value of the 1971 Washington quarter. Rare error coins from this year have sparked intense bidding wars, with collectors competing fiercely to secure specimens exhibiting the double die error and other anomalies. These sales events have set new benchmarks for pricing, and the excitement in the numismatic community is palpable. These real-world auction results prove just how desirable and valuable these coins have become, cementing their status as one of the must-have quarters for serious collectors. For those of you who are collectors or even just casual coin enthusiasts, I encourage you to closely examine any 1971 Washington quarters you may own. Look carefully for doubling on the date or lettering and check for unusual lines or cracks on the surface. You could be holding a rare error that's worth far more than you think. And if you have discovered something interesting or have questions about your collection, don't hesitate to share your experiences in the comments. We love hearing your stories and helping fellow collectors learn more about their treasures. Now, for the grand reveal that will excite any coin collector. Some of the rarest and most pristine 1971 Washington quarters with these incredible mint errors and unique features have been valued at a staggering $95,000. That's right, $95,000 for a quarter that holds immense historical significance and rarity. Third expensive coin. We're uncovering the fascinating story behind a coin that often goes unnoticed, but holds extraordinary value, the United States Washington quarter-dollar coin from 1979. At first glance, this quarter might seem like just another everyday coin, but if you listen carefully, you'll discover that it's much more than that. The 1979 Washington quarter carries with it unique features and rare minting errors that have catapulted its demand and value among collectors all around the world. So, if you're ready to explore the hidden treasures of this remarkable coin, stay tuned and enjoy the journey. The 1979 Washington quarter is a special coin not just because of its design or year, but due to certain rare and captivating mint errors that collectors dream about. During the minting process, a few coins slipped through with what experts call die doubling, where the images and inscriptions appear slightly doubled, giving the coin a bold and almost 3D-like effect. This doubling is most noticeable on the date and the word Liberty, creating an eye-catching anomaly that instantly raises a coin's profile in the collecting community. If you have a sharp eye and a good magnifying glass, spotting this error can reveal a quarter that's far from ordinary, but the magic of the 1979 quarter doesn't stop with die doubling alone. Another feature that makes this coin a prized collectible is the occurrence of repunched mint marks. On certain 1979 quarters, the D mint mark from the Denver Mint was stamped more than once, slightly off-center, producing a layered effect that is incredibly rare and highly sought after by numismatists. These repunched mint marks aren't just minting quirks, they are tangible proof of the coin's unique journey through the minting process, making each one a miniature piece of history. Identifying this feature requires patience and a keen eye, but the payoff is huge for collectors who manage to find one. Collectors also place great importance on the condition and grade of these quarters. Even among those with mint errors, only the coins in exceptional condition, showing minimal wear, sharp details, and original luster, achieve the highest value. Since the 1979 quarters were widely circulated, finding one with errors and in near-mint condition is incredibly rare. These pristine coins often become the crown jewels of collections and fetch impressive prices at auctions. If your coin shines brightly with clear features and those rare errors, you might just be sitting on a very valuable piece of American history. Speaking of auctions, recent sales have demonstrated just how hot the market is for 1979 Washington quarters with these rare characteristics. Coins displaying both die doubling and repunched mint marks have sparked fierce bidding wars, with collectors willing to pay top dollar to secure these rarities. The demand continues to rise as more collectors recognize the uniqueness of these coins and the story they tell. These auction results not only confirm the coin's high value, but also reinforce its status as a must-have for serious collectors who want to diversify and enrich their collections. For everyone watching today, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, I encourage you to take a close look at any 1979 Washington quarters you might have. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting to check for that unmistakable doubling effect on the date and letters, or look carefully at the mint mark for signs of doubling or repunching. You might be surprised by what you discover. And if you do find something special or have questions about your coins, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. We love hearing your stories and helping you explore the amazing world of coin collecting. To wrap up this exciting journey, here's the headline that will thrill every collector. Some of the rarest and highest-grade 1979 Washington quarter-dollar coins featuring these extraordinary mint errors and unique characteristics have been valued at an astonishing $60,000. Yes, $60,000 for a quarter that stands out for its rarity, beauty, and fascinating minting history. Especially, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after coins in American numismatics, the United States Washington quarter-dollar coin from 1967. At first glance, this quarter might seem like any other from the series, but believe me when I say, it holds secrets and unique traits that make it stand out brilliantly in the eyes of collectors around the world. If you love coins with stories, rarity, and exceptional value, then listen closely, because this coin has all that and more. The 1967 Washington quarter is famous, not just for its history, but for the remarkable rarity associated with certain minting features and errors that make it a true treasure in any collection. One of the standout characteristics collectors seek in this coin is the absence of silver content, as 1967 marked the transition to a clad composition. However, within this transition, some 1967 quarters exhibit unique die errors and striking anomalies that make them incredibly rare and desirable. These errors include subtle variations in the die strikes, double die features on the date and lettering, and slight differences in the rim that are hard to spot without a magnifying glass, but add enormous value when identified correctly. Another fascinating aspect of the 1967 quarter is its mint mark details, especially the D from the Denver Mint and the S from the San Francisco Mint. Some of these coins show slight repunching of the mint mark or anomalies where the mint mark appears doubled or even faintly misplaced, making them rare and highly prized. For collectors, spotting these unique mint mark errors is like finding a hidden gem within a common coin. When combined with exceptional condition and sharp strike quality, these coins become instant favorites at auctions and private sales. What truly elevates the 1967 Washington quarter's status in the collector community is the demand for coins in near-perfect condition bearing these rare mint errors. Since the majority of these quarters were widely circulated, finding an error coin with pristine surfaces, full detail, and no wear is a remarkable achievement. Such coins often command top dollar because they represent both historical significance and near-flawless craftsmanship from a fascinating period in U.S. coinage history. Collectors are always on the lookout for that perfect 1967 quarter with mint errors, making this coin a hot commodity in today's numismatic market. In recent years, we've seen these rare 1967 Washington quarters fetch jaw-dropping prices at auctions and private sales. Coins exhibiting the most notable errors, combined with high-grade conditions, have sparked intense bidding wars among collectors eager to add this rarity to their collections. These auction results don't just highlight the coin's monetary value, but underscore its importance as a collectible that preserves a unique chapter of U.S. minting history. This strong market interest clearly confirms that the 1967 Washington quarter is not just a coin, but a prized artifact sought by collectors worldwide. If you happen to come across a 1967 Washington quarter, I encourage you to examine it closely under magnification. Look for any signs of doubling on the date, the word Liberty, or the mint mark, and check the overall condition carefully. Even small details can significantly increase your coin's value. If you have questions or want to share your own discoveries, please drop a comment below. I love hearing your stories and helping fellow collectors unlock the hidden potential in their coins. To conclude this fascinating journey, here's the remarkable news for collectors and investors alike. Some of the rarest and highest-grade 1967 Washington quarter-dollar coins with these unique mint errors have been valued at an incredible $98,000. Yes, $98,000 for a quarter that beautifully captures rarity, history, and exceptional craftsmanship all in one small but mighty coin. Next coin, we're turning the spotlight on a truly captivating piece of American numismatic history, the United States Washington quarter-dollar coin from 1974. Though at first glance it might appear like a regular quarter, this coin hides incredible secrets and unique traits that elevate it into the realm of rare collectibles and highly coveted treasures. If you love discovering coins with fascinating backstories and exceptional value, then listen up closely, because this 1974 Washington quarter will absolutely amaze you. What sets the 1974 Washington quarter apart from so many others is its remarkable rarity tied to minting errors and subtle variations that make certain specimens worth far more than face value. This coin was struck during an era of transition and experimentation at the U.S. Mint, which resulted in a handful of fascinating anomalies that collectors hunt for relentlessly. One of the standout features is the existence of rare double die errors, where the date, letters, or even parts of Washington's profile show a slight doubling effect, a minting phenomenon that transforms an everyday coin into a numismatic masterpiece. In addition to the double die variety, some 1974 quarters reveal unique mint mark errors, especially those from the Denver D and San Francisco S mints. Variations like repunched mint marks, faint or misplaced mint marks, and other subtle irregularities have turned certain 1974 quarters into prized collector's items. These mint mark quirks are often difficult to spot without a magnifying glass or loupe, but when identified, they signal a coin with enormous rarity and potential value. For collectors, finding these rare mint mark varieties is like discovering a hidden treasure chest, making the 1974 quarter a shining star in any collection. What really fuels the excitement around this coin is the demand for high-grade specimens exhibiting these mint errors combined with flawless condition. Because the majority of 1974 quarters were circulated heavily, locating one with sharp details, clear errors, and no wear is a remarkable feat that sends collectors into a frenzy. When you combine rarity, error features, and condition, the 1974 Washington quarter transforms into a highly sought-after coin that commands attention at auctions and private sales alike. This undeniable desirability ensures it remains one of the hottest coins on the market today. Recent auction results and private sales have proven just how valuable these rare 1974 Washington quarters can be. Coins with the most prominent mint errors and pristine preservation have sparked fierce bidding battles, reflecting not only their monetary worth, but their status as a significant piece of U.S. mint history. These sales provide solid evidence that collectors worldwide recognize the unique importance and investment potential of this coin, securing its place as a must-have for any serious collection. If you happen to find a 1974 Washington quarter, I urge you to examine it carefully under magnification. Look closely for any signs of doubling on the date or lettering, inspect the mint mark for unusual characteristics, and check the coin's overall condition. Even the smallest detail can dramatically impact the coin's value. And if you have a similar coin or questions about identifying these rare features, don't hesitate to comment below. I love engaging with fellow collectors and helping uncover the hidden gems in their collections. To wrap up this exciting exploration, here's the incredible news. Some of the rarest, most pristine 1974 Washington quarter dollar coins with those unique minting errors have been valued at an astounding $50,000. Yes, $50,000 for a coin that perfectly blends history, rarity, and exceptional craftsmanship, making it an absolute jewel for collectors and investors alike. Last unique coin. We're diving deep into a fascinating piece of modern American numismatic history, the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from 1997, minted in Philadelphia, commonly known as the 1997 P quarter. Now, you might think quarters from the late 90s are common and not worth much, but this particular coin has some rare and remarkable traits that have propelled it into the spotlight for collectors worldwide. So, buckle up and listen carefully because this 1997 Philadelphia quarter is much more special than you might expect. What makes the 1997 P Washington quarter so intriguing is the presence of a variety of mint errors and unique characteristics that collectors hunt for passionately. Unlike typical quarters, some 1997 P quarters show extraordinary minting errors, such as double dies, which cause parts of the design, like the date, lettering, or even George Washington's profile, to appear doubled or blurry. These double die errors are not just fascinating visual oddities, they significantly increase the coin's rarity and value. Identifying these errors requires a keen eye and a magnifier, but once spotted, you hold a coin that is a true collector's treasure. But it's not just double dies that make the 1997 P quarter stand out. There are also rare variations involving the mint mark itself and subtle die cracks or clashes. Certain specimens reveal faint or misplaced P mint marks or unusual die breaks that create raised lines or bumps on the coin's surface, making each piece unique and highly sought after. These distinct features provide collectors with a fascinating challenge and an exciting opportunity to own a piece of minting history that defies the ordinary. The value of these rare 1997 P quarters skyrockets when they come in exceptional condition with well-defined mint errors. Since most of these coins were circulated heavily, finding one with sharp details and intact error features is like striking gold. Collectors recognize this and often compete vigorously at auctions and private sales for the best examples. This high demand, combined with the rarity of these errors, pushes the coin's market value well above its face value, transforming a simple quarter into an investment-grade collectible. Recent sales and auctions have demonstrated just how desirable and valuable these coins are. Pristine 1997 P Washington quarters with prominent errors have fetched impressive prices, reflecting not only their rarity, but also the excitement they generate in the collector community. These sales confirm that owning such a coin isn't just about the monetary worth, but also about possessing a remarkable piece of numismatic art and history that will only grow in significance over time. If you have a 1997 P Washington quarter in your collection, I encourage you to examine it carefully using a magnifier. Look closely for any signs of doubling on the date or lettering, check for mint mark anomalies, and inspect for unusual surface features like die cracks or raised lines. Even the smallest detail can add tremendous value to your coin. And if you've found something unique or want to learn more about these rare errors, please drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories and help you identify these hidden gems. To close this exciting exploration, here's the jaw-dropping fact. The rarest and best condition 1997 P Washington quarter dollars with these incredible mint errors have been valued at an astonishing $30,000. Yes, $30,000 for a coin that started as everyday currency but now shines as a prized collector's item filled with history, rarity, and unmatched appeal. Thank you so much for joining me on this fascinating journey through the 1997 Philadelphia Washington quarter. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our numismatic adventures. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and may your coin discoveries be as thrilling as this one.